The biology of craving. How taste, brain, and evolution shape our diet. Chocolate, pizza, chips. We all have those foods that feel impossible to resist. It can seem irrational. You've just had dinner, yet the image of a warm, fudgy brownie lingers in your mind. Cravings aren't simply a matter of weak willpower. They're the outcome of biology, psychology, and chemistry intertwined in ways deeply wired into us. To truly understand them, we need to explore how taste, reward, hormones, past experiences, and even culture all work together to shape what we crave. The biology of taste. When we eat, our first encounter with food is through taste. The human tongue houses thousands of taste buds, each packed with receptor cells. Our taste cells pick up on the 5 classic flavors: sour, sweet, salty, bitter, and umami, along with some newer candidates, such as fat, known as oleogustus, and kokomi, the sensation of mouthfulness. Salt points to vital electrolytes. Sourness often signals food that may be spoiled. Bitterness can warn of toxins. Umami highlights protein-rich amino acids, like glutamate, and sweetness indicates energy-packed carbohydrates. At its essence, taste is an instinctive survival mechanism. For our ancestors, instantly recognizing nutritious foods and avoiding dangerous ones was a matter of life and death. Taste signals travel from the tongue through cranial nerves to the brainstem, and then to higher centers, like the gustatory cortex, where they are integrated with smell, texture, and visual cues. But taste is only the beginning. What truly transforms eating into craving is the brain's reward system. The brain's reward circuitry. Every delicious bite lights up the brain's reward center, the mesolimbic dopamine pathway. This circuit, buried deep in the brain, is the very same system activated by addictive substances. Dopamine, often called the pleasure molecule, isn't really about pleasure at all. It's about drive and anticipation, pushing us to seek out food before we even take a bite. Neuroscientists separate liking, the simple enjoyment of eating, from wanting, the powerful urge to get more. Cravings are fueled much more by wanting than liking, which explains why we keep reaching into the chip bag long after the thrill of the first crunch has faded. Food cues, like the smell of popcorn in a cinema, or the sight of a fast food logo, can trigger this system even in the absence of hunger. That explains why cravings often strike at night, or when we're already full. Our brains are trained to chase reward, not simply satisfy energy needs. Sugar, fat, and salt. The bliss point. One of the most fascinating aspects of cravings is how food companies engineer them. In the 1980s, food scientist Howard Moskowitz coined the term bliss point, the precise balance of sugar, salt, and fat that maximizes palatability and reward. Ice cream hits the bliss point with creamy fat, sugar sweetness, and a dash of salt. Pizza layers savory fat in cheese and oil, sugar abundant in the crust and sauce, and salt present in cheese and toppings. Potato chips combine salt with fried fat and a starchy sweet aftertaste. These foods don't just taste good, they're carefully designed to hijack the brain's reward circuitry and make moderation nearly impossible. The triple threat of sugar, fat, and salt is rare in nature. Our ancestors may have found honey sugar, hunted fatty meat, or consumed salty seaweed, but rarely all together. Modern processed foods exploit this mismatch between evolution and environment, fueling an epidemic of overconsumption. Hormonal and physiological drivers. Beyond taste and brain reward, our hormones also shape cravings. Ghrelin, sometimes called the hunger hormone, rises before meals and stimulates appetite. It doesn't just make us hungry, it specifically amplifies the brain's response to food cues, making that chocolate cake look irresistible. Leptin, produced by fat cells, is supposed to signal satiety and suppress appetite. But, in obesity, leptin resistance develops, blunting this feedback and perpetuating cravings. Insulin also plays a role. Rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar create cycles of hunger and desire for quick energy fixes. Perhaps the most fascinating discovery of recent years is the gut-brain axis. Our intestines are home to trillions of microbes that not only digest food, but also secrete neuroactive compounds. A gut microbiome dominated by sugar-loving microbes may amplify sugar cravings, creating a feedback loop between what we eat and what we desire. Memory, emotion, and the psychology of cravings. Have you ever noticed that your strongest cravings are often for foods tied to memory? Your grandmother's apple pie, the local bakery's bread, or a brand of chocolate you loved as a child. Food is deeply emotional. The hippocampus and amygdala, brain regions involved in memory and emotion, interact with taste and reward systems to create strong associations. Stress often drives cravings. When cortisol, the body's main stress hormone, rises, it pushes us toward high-calorie comfort foods. This isn't irrational. Our bodies evolved to seek quick energy in times of threat. But in the modern world, where threats are psychological rather than physical, the same system pushes us toward overeating. Advertisements often evoke nostalgia, warmth, or family togetherness, making food cravings not just about taste, but about reliving emotional experiences. Why we crave differently. Individual differences. Not everyone craves the same foods. Genetics plays a role. The TAS2R38 gene influences sensitivity to bitter tastes. People with certain variants are supertasters, finding foods like coffee or Brussels sprouts unbearably bitter, while others barely notice. This partly explains why some people crave coffee, while others recoil. Cultural conditioning also matters. In Japan, savory umami-rich foods may dominate cravings, while in Western countries, sweet desserts often top the list. Gender differences are also documented. Studies show women report more frequent cravings for sweet foods, while men often crave savory or protein-rich foods. Modern science. Can we control cravings? Functional MRI/fMRI studies have illuminated the neural signatures of cravings. Seeing an image of chocolate, for instance, activates brain regions associated with attention and reward. Importantly, these patterns can be modulated. Mindful eating practices, pausing to truly savor food, can reduce the intensity of cravings by shifting brain activity from impulsive reward circuits to reflective control networks in the prefrontal cortex. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, also helps individuals reframe their relationship with food. Emerging research even explores transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS, to dampen overactive craving circuits. Meanwhile, nutritional science is exploring foods that satisfy with less caloric cost, slow-digesting proteins, high-fiber foods, and sugar substitutes. The future of craving science, the science of taste and cravings, is advancing rapidly. In the near future, personalized nutrition, shaped by your genetic taste, profile, and gut microbiome, could design diets that curb cravings, while keeping meals deeply satisfying. Researchers are exploring CRISPR to modify taste receptors in prototype species, hinting at a future where our palates could be subtly tuned. Artificial intelligence is already helping food companies predict and design new products optimized for human reward systems, raising both opportunities and ethical concerns. Will we use this knowledge to design healthier foods that satisfy cravings without harm, or to make hyperpalatable products even more irresistible? The answer will shape global health. In a nutshell, cravings are not flaws of character. They are biological, psychological, and cultural phenomena woven into the fabric of human survival. What once helped our ancestors find calorie-dense food in times of scarcity now collides with an environment of abundance and engineered hyperflavors. Next time you reach for chocolate, pizza, or chips, remember, it's not just you being weak. It's the orchestra of your taste receptors, hormones, memory, and brain circuits playing in tune with millions of years of evolution. Understanding the science of cravings doesn't eliminate them, but it empowers us to respond with awareness rather than guilt. If you are watching this video, you've probably had those late-night cravings for chocolate, pizza, or chips. You promise yourself just one bite, but before you know it, half the pack is gone. Why does this happen? Is it simply weak willpower, or is there something deeper at play? In this video, we'll explore the fascinating science behind taste and cravings, how your brain, biology, and even evolution shape the foods you can't resist.